Carlos Nelson with the Kansas City Business Association, and we have our newest member, Mr. Earl Belton, with his wonderful company. What's the name of your company, Earl?
Exquisite Connoisseur.
Tell our audience a little bit about your company, what you do, how you do it, and give them a rundown.
Well, Exquisite Connoisseur is a publication that I started to give back to the community and also branch out with other identities to be able to create a platform to give those who don't really get a lot of shine, those who really don't get the opportunity to be in a publication.
And it's a publication?
It's a publication and podcast.
And podcast?
Yes, sir.
Talk about how you started that business. Give our listeners a little bit on that.
Well, I had done publications about 18 years, and I did them with other people. And you know, sometimes that you learn that your vision and somebody else's vision, they just don't mesh all the time.
Yeah, right.
And so I had been doing radio for about 10 years, and so I kind of started out just taking a notebook and just kind of writing some things down. And I wanted to really give an opportunity, because I always would give people a chance to be on my radio show. And so this came about, I just was putting some words together, writing, you know, different words, and I was hitting people that I admire up, and I sent them 3 words. One would be exquisite, one would be beautiful, one would be creative, one would be connoisseur. And so, long story short, somebody hit me that's really, really close to me and was like, well, man, you know, you like looking exquisite, you like wearing, you know, nice clothes, so exquisite should definitely be the name. So I was playing around and put them both together, and somebody said, yeah, Exquisite Connoisseur.
So talk about your radio experience, because you are merging both magazine and podcast.
Yes.
Talk about your radio experience and some of the things that you've done in the past with that. My last client, when you left out, she was telling me that you had put on some events that were really #1 here in Kansas City that she had attended. So tell our audience a little bit about your past as it relates to some of the things that you've done.
Well, I did. I started an underground radio station, and what I found out is that the big radio stations, and I'm not bashing none of these radio stations, nothing like that, but they were not really giving people an opportunity to actually see what it's like to be heard on the radio.
Especially the hometown.
Definitely the hometown.
Yeah.
Definitely the hometown. And what I did was I started this underground station, and I've always been for the underdog. So if you said, hey, Earl, man, I got a new song, man, and I might not, I mean, I don't have to hear it. I'll just say, hey, send it to me. I'm going to put you on the radio. And so they were like, really? You know, so as I started to do that, I said, you know what? Somebody had gave me an interview years ago. So I said, you know, I want to be able to let them actually feel what it feels like to hear their music, but also give them an opportunity to be in interview status. And so I did that for about, you know, I did radio for 10 years. So I did the underground thing probably for about 6 years. And then I got a president of a syndicated radio station hit me up, WGTSDB. It's based out of Los Angeles, California, and it's based out of Miami. And so he heard some of the interviews that I did with some various different people, from like Young Jeezy, R. Kelly, just, you know, K Michelle, just just some different people. And he was like, man, I've never, he said, I've never been on and listened to somebody that say, I'm gonna call you back. An artist. Now this is an artist saying they're gonna call you right back, and they call me back.
Right back. They be so fake. That was like, what?
Yeah. It just caught him off guard, and then he was giving me the layout for what syndicated radio was. So by me having the underground show, they could send in the tracks that didn't have to be edited.
Right.
So I went into a teaching mode to teach the artists that when they're recording something, make sure you record an edited version, because you never know when you're going to be presented to be on the radio.
Right.
And as that happened, I started Exquisite Connoisseur, and it just came naturally because I had done publications. My first publication was with some other guys called Midwest Flavor. Then
what kind of things do you be putting in the publication?
Well, basically, my tone for the magazine is always business. I want to tap into some different businesses. I want to give luxury. I want to give some people. I mean, like you. Just say you, for instance. You're a CEO. You're a president. You run a company. So for me to get your attention, you want to know where you can travel with. You want to know what looks nice. So I wanted to take that when somebody presented that idea to me, because I was strictly on the entertainment level. And all I was focusing on was entertainment, and then people kept telling me, you're missing the boat. You're missing the boat.
You wanted to be more multifaceted in your approach.
Yes. And it took somebody like you to sit me down and say, hey, you got something good going on, but you need to incorporate this, and this. Try this and see if it works. And so that's when I started having mentors. And so as I would, go to my mentors and ask them some questions, I felt comfortable to just be transparent with them, like I am with you, and to grow. To grow. So I started the publication, and I did not expect it to do the numbers that it did. I didn't. I was kind of thinking, small scale, and I continue to just press forward. Just this past couple weeks ago, it's my 13th issue when they counted me out.
Where can people locate your publication? Do you do like the Post and some of the publications that they have out here, and delivering the community voice? As you come into my office, you see the magazines out front.
Yes.
They have different publications that. Where can someone, or is it online publication or is it hard print?
No, I have both. I have online and print. But the thing, what I did was, when I first started the business, I used to order in bulk. And one thing that I know about this town, we're not really a magazine city.
Right.
We're not. And so I had both of my magazines, Midwest Flavor and Stiletto Talk. I had them in 7th Heaven.
Oh, all right.
And so I went and we were ordering for 8,000 and 10,000 magazines. So as I started to travel, so that's how my name really started to get out there, because I started doing a lot of traveling. So just to give you an instance, my first magazine, we had like 20,000 magazines, and I sold maybe 700 here. Okay. But I sold a tremendous amount everywhere else. And so I didn't want to be stuck with those extra prints anymore.
Yeah, print is really going out of style. The internet and digital is the way to go because everything is on your smartphone.
Yes, it is.
And
yes, it is.
That's what I advise my clients, and as you being a new member of the Business Association, those are the type of things that we look at the businesses that are associated with the Kansas City Business Association and try to give them our view on where business is going, right, and according to what type of business you're in. And your business is definitely going into the digital realm, into the social media realm. And that competition is rough. You really got to be on top of your game.
Absolutely. The one thing that, you know, I have several friends that are in the publication game. I mean, and they're you know, like I know the owner of Black Men's, you know, I mean, you know, big shout out to somebody that definitely pointed me in the right direction, somebody that you know from your hometown, you know, DJ K Slay.
Right.
So it's just that I went from that to putting my magazine on MacCloud, and now you know, it's just
now that you reshuffling the deck, where do you see yourself going over the next 6 months with your business?
Well, in the next 6 months, I'm gonna be sitting right here with you, learning everything that I can learn to become a professional, high-class media person.
All right. You want to take your business more into the realm of digital media, more so on air interviews,
yes,
and
definitely.
Is it more dealing with businesses, or is it more dealing with individuals as it relates to the hip hop crowd, and what age group are you looking to associate your business with? Who is your target audience per se?
Well, my readers are from 30 to 55.
All right.
Those are my basic readers. I have my cousin who works with me, my right hand man, Raphael Green, Rockstar Cuts. He's one of he's a multi-talented master barber right here in the city. He also is a part of the social network that me and him started. So I really and truly, I kind of started this to show him how to run a magazine, and to show him, you know, what the do's and the don'ts is, and to kind of give him a say of, hey, you know, this is what we doing. So I wouldn't have to oversee stuff all the time.
Well, how would prospective artists or prospective clients that would like to participate in your business contact you? Give our audience some information on how to contact you, what your email is, okay, what your phone number is.
Okay. My number is 816-392-3604. My email is at ecmagceo@gmail, or you can, you know, contact me at the Sit Down 1965@gmail.
You got Instagram page?
Yes, I do.
Run your social media pages down too.
Instagram page, my personal page, at Earl B CEO, at the Sit Down. The magazine right now, I'm really going into a deeper. I'm on in the luxury field right now.
All right.
So I'm rebuilding.
I said reshuffling.
Yeah.
That's the words I use. You say rebuilding. You're reshuffling the deck right now.
Absolutely.
And as we say here at the Kansas City Business Association, when you invest in your community, you're really just investing in yourself.
Absolutely.